Yeah, man, give thanks and praise and appreciate. Yeah, give thanks and praise and appreciation, man. Alright, we have to listen now. We have to listen for real. Yeah, man. Once you enter the body, man, you have to know, say, yeah, you're better than the body, so don't follow the body because you're not gonna get no better, brother. Yeah, man, you have to know who you are, you see me, because you see it, you enter the body, then, yeah, you forget everything about who you are. If you enter it, bro, it's like where you come from, where do you come from? Yeah, man. Yeah, once you enter that body, you need to. That's right, once you enter this body, yeah, man, you need to know that, yes, my people, yeah, man, you know, what are you doing about it? You see, right now we have a petition, yeah, for, again, sovereigns, people that know they're sovereigns and doing things about it. We have a petition. Yeah, we only need 100,000 so that, again, yeah, the parliament can be spoken about, parliament can spoken about. Again, the sovereigns. Right now, this is all right. You know, like I say, it's a promotion. I'm promoting what I'm doing so that people that do things, they can also be a part of that doing because, again, as you know, this type of media, you would have, again, most people critics, most people talk, but again, as you can see, the doers are like minimal, small amount of doers. So for those that want to do something, want to be a part of doing something, again, it's being done right now where the highest part of parliament, where again we're getting ourselves recognized as sovereign because again we need that. It's already written in the law, it's already been done for us, so if we have to recognize ourselves, so we just need signatures. That's all you need to do, sign it, your name would be, you know, shown, so at least you know that again you represent yourself as a sovereign because you recognize, yeah, my people recognize themselves as a sovereign. You know, some people, like I say, yeah, we're not gonna get a lot of doers still. And so we're not gonna get a lot of doers. And this is the reality. Because people don't wanna really do nothing, they just wanna talk about it. That's why, again, things are not gonna change for people that wanna speak about it. It's those that wanna do something about it. Big up Banto, big up King Pastor. Yeah, man, so it's a promotion to get the doers because you understand we have the platform here. Yeah, the TikTok platform. Again, I've flooded a lot of people because you get a lot of talkers, my brother. Yeah, man, I appreciate it because right now, like I say, as you can see, the doers are one and few. You understand, the talkers are many, the critics are many, so yeah, like this is always the situation. That's why there's no forward movement. And if one person make it, they'll be like, oh, why did he sell out? Because of the fact that he done something and then the rest of the people still talking. That's the reason why he got to where he needs to get to. So like for me, I like to do everything I can so for my people, so at least they could know how to get there when they're ready to do some things, you know. It's when you're ready to do something. That's the main issue. So again, not gonna be for too long. I'm just giving the courtesy of my people and those that are the doers to be a part of the things. You understand? But time is definitely ticking. You understand? For people that wanna do something, it's available. It will be left there, and so that people can actually see. So we have a petition. Yeah, this is for your own sovereign rights, for your own in, inhalable rights, your own inheritance, your family that has passed and left these things. It's written already. Nothing else needs to be done but signatures. So if you're a sovereign, you could, at least when Parliament speaks about it, you know that they're talking about yourself because you put down your signature. Yeah, you could find it over my website, and you could find everything that you need to know, because the crown is your birthright. It actually is. And when you don't know this, again, it seems like we're not who we are, but we are who we are, my people. So again, we're looking for doers. Yeah, man, we're looking for the doers, because things is being done, and for things to be done quicker, we need the force. You understand? Just like a workforce, if you want to build a building, one man would take time, but a group would, get there a bit quicker. So this is why, again, I've done all the planning already. I put everything towards the Parliament already. Understand? So we don't have to be talking about what we need to be doing. You understand? It's already done already. Yeah, my people. So we don't have to be talking about what we need to be doing. We don't need to be gathering. You don't have to do all of that long gathering. Come out, do all of that marching. You don't need to do all of that. You understand? It's in the Parliament already. We just need a signature so that it could go in front of the Commons and the Lords. So when they speak about it, again, it will be recognized that, again, there are sovereigns in England. And as you can see, you have people recognizing themselves that they were sovereigns, but they don't know, again, themselves, because they don't know what to do. So I'm saying, as the one that knows what to do, I've already done what needs to be done. Yeah? Again, what we need is the signatures, the force, the actual sovereigns that, again, claim that they're sovereigns to sign, so that it could be recognized, the numbers can go up, and it can be presented before Parliament. So we, again, can definitely be heard when they talk about our rights. You understand, my people? This is where we at. We're not in the talking stage. We're past the talking stage. You understand? Wake up. I'm trying to wake my people up towards what to do, not what to talk about. You appreciate the love and support. Yes. El Minio Blanco. Appreciate it. Yes. Again, my people, man, like I say, we know the ones that do things, because like I kept saying, we need 100,000 sovereigns. That's how it get to Parliament. Yeah, sign a signature. You understand? That's where, like I say, we will be known. You understand? We will be recognized. This is the issue, and then we can support our family, whoever, our neighbors. That, you understand, we will be able to get our own, because it will be recognized. I'm saying the law, everything is there. There is nothing that you need to, again, consider. Everything in place. I make sure everything is checked, balanced, and everything. You understand, my people? Like I'm saying, it's just the doers right now. The ones that say who they are. You understand? Talk about it day in and day out. But I want the ones that don't know who they are, like the sign. Yeah, man, because it's time. And how long you gonna wait? How long you gonna keep talking for, coming together? You understand? There are children dying. There's people dying, passing away. So listen, we can make a difference, and it's based on how much people recognize who they are. Because like I say, there are too much people talking, too much people critiquing, but there's not enough people getting things done. And when things are presented, it's just what the support of themselves is, your own self, your own self-recognition. And again, people can't even do that part. So it's not, all of these live, talking and sharing knowledge is not no knowledge, because if you're not doing nothing about the knowledge, then it's not knowledge. You understand? It's just information. You understand? We need to know that there are things being done. We don't need to go over it again and year after year. We just need to keep it moving forward because everything is in the right place. You understand? There's some people figuring out who they are just now. And I understand that. And like I said, I can't be mixed up in that. I can't be derailed from that because I'm 5 times ahead because it's something that is being done, my people. So we have to wake up. Yeah, what you say? Yeah, my people, it's like, you know, I mean, yes, man, bro, appreciate it, man, cause like I'm saying, we're here right now. Yeah, no, not in the, it's already, man, too fast, yo, we're not in it, man, bro. We're gonna be talking for literally like, yo, if 100,000 people sign now, brother, you'll get to parliament now. You see what I said? That's how quick. That's how quick. Again, things can be solved. Things can be, again, recognized, re-established. You know what I'm saying? Majority of people, we know that who we are. We know that we're Moors. We know that we're royal. So if you know that, why don't get into the part of doing something about it? All right, as one of your brothers, I'm doing something about it. So why not support the doing of it? You understand? Yeah, man, talking is done have to promote. You understand? Have to promote what is being done. You know, so try to separate that is not talking about a solution that we need to create and we need to come together for. It's again a solution that is being done, and the people that say that they're sovereign need to be a part of the doing of it. That's where we at. You understand? We are right there. And I'm saying, so why like people, like I say, this is the issue we're having. People not recognizing that, again, there are things to be done and there are things being done, but they're continuous in that psychology of talking. But how much time we need to be talking? But some people be talking for 400 years, man. Don't need to be talking on it for another year. And I bet you same people on the platform, they're gonna be talking for the next year. You understand, my people? Like, bro, when we gonna wake up to the matter, man? Let me just share that the light. When we gonna wake up? Because I'm really trying to get people on the awareness of what's going on, man. Because TikTok don't like the doing of things. Because obviously they like the talking of things, because that gets them more followers. That gets them more. You understand? That gets them more popular for whatever the situation. They don't want us to do nothing about what we're doing. You get what I'm trying to say? It's evident. They just want us to keep talking about what we're doing. So it's that. And they will show the things that are not even relevant for our own achievement. You understand? They won't show the things that's relevant for our own achievement. Bro, we want our own things right now. Like, you understand? And our own things are there. All of our own things are there, present. You get me? Just awaken. We just need to awake to the reality that, it's just some signatures that needs to be signed. You get what I'm trying to say? Just some signatures that needs to be signed. Yeah, man, everybody can come up, appreciate it. Share the live, man. How much? 100,000. But I'm saying give it 144. You understand? That's all it need. All right, my brother.
Ari, brother.
Hi there, yes, sister Jinko. How you doing?
How you doing? Good, thanks. Yeah,
Yes.
I've been seeing some of the things that the I's been doing with regards to the petition to Parliament and so on and so forth. But with petitioning, is petitioning not begging same way? If you have sovereigns.
No, it's the fact that, remember, Parliament is a business, right? And petition is It's for something that if the law is not, the law is already provided for these things. It's not begging to the parliament. It's begging like as into the people, but our ancestors, because they were before in the parliament. So we're asking for that same act, for that same statute to be reenacted. You know, it's just like if you want to get recognized, you have to let people know, wherever it is, you have to let people know that you're present. You know, it's
So
not like something that is theirs, that they're given. It's something that's already there, that we're just again reawakened, because we have to claim, we have to let ourselves be known. If we don't let ourselves be known, because that's the actual parliament is a business. It's not what we think it is.
that's what I'm saying. So in letting oneself be known and actually putting self in a position to effectively make change, those same numbers that are required for a petition, would it not be more beneficial to have those numbers of people erudite and sovereign of who they are, and then actually making that claim in ways of noticings and warrants and
No, because
demands?
Parliament is the highest force. Parliament is the law of, like, because it's not, Parliament is not what we're seeing. It's based of ancestral governance. You know, so all of the houses, all of the royal houses, they've been there. Like all of our ancestors, we've been there. It's like a library, but it's just people administrating that library. So we, again, where it's our rightful place, we need, again, for those people that's within our library, because when Parliament says something, doesn't matter how much signings or how much people standing up, once it says, because it's law, like that's what happens. Everything happens based on that type of business, because that's the highest business on the land. So we as people need to recognize that business. So being in that business, again, there ain't no other thing that we may need to do. You understand? We don't need to do anything else. We don't need to go to nowhere else, because once we're there, and once we're being spoken about there, that's all that we need. We don't need to do anything else. So that is why it's so important, because that is our affair. You understand?
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
our
like we
place.
the people standing up and making our claim in that way.
Yes, that's because that's the highest place that, again, we need to be in, because we are highly people. You understand? And it was established for us. You understand? That's why the petition tells you, you know, that petition tells that was one of the first statute, because again, it says the law of the Crown of England. The Crown of England is an imperial crown. You understand? We have to understand, it's the imperial crown. The imperial crown means pharaoh. Yeah, when you say imperial, you mean pharaoh. And again, that's why they adapted that type of establishment, where we are the children of Pharaoh, which way they call gods. So we are the living God. It's written. Because, and this is why how things were changed, because King James, he adapted to the house of Stuart, and he put us in. And because we are of the bloodline, he declared himself God in 1610. And then things started to change. But that's where because of the law, everything is written in the law, in Parliament. And he created the King James Version. This got everyone, again, distracted. Their psychology changed. So now we don't know, again, who and what has happened to us as people. But I was saying, for him to be able to do that, that means we have the right, because these laws already been put down in Parliament. But because our people don't know that that's the highest form of business. Everything that they're on the land, it's coming through there. That's like the main bank. That's like the channel. That, like, without that channel, again, there wouldn't be no work. There wouldn't be nothing that we see on the actual land, because our foreparents created that for us. But because, again, things has been changed due to the using and misusing of acts, because, you know, they created a new act of Parliament, and they continue that things they create. They bring in foreign kings and they continue like from Queen Anne to King Charles. They're all foreigners. You know, like I say, they're not of our crown. That's why again, you won't see them wearing our crown continuously. They will probably use it for the ceremonial, but that's after that they will put it back down because again, we as the children of the kings, because these kings they came from again all over. They came from the Caribbean, they came from Africa, and they came and established because before England even existed, there were our kingdoms, like Mercia, kingdoms like Wessex, kingdoms like Middlesex, kingdom like Sussex. That's why if you go into Jamaica, you'll find that Jamaica is made up of 3 counties, Middlesex, Cornwall, and Surrey, and these are all of the same 3 kingdoms. That's why we have the olden kingdom. So we are again the heirs of the crown, but only way again we recognize we can't not on just talking to normal people. We have to go to where it has been established because it's an establishment. They cannot remove it, but they could distract us for us not to go there. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of us, we have never gone there. Like literally, if you go there, you realize what's going on. Like they're just talking. They're just talking amongst themselves. They're not really saying nothing to better us as people. They're only bettering themselves. But they're doing it in such a sly way. It's hard for us to even comprehend because we're not used to that type of business. We're not used to that type of environment. We're just used to like smaller situation where they're the ones that's creating that everything that minuscule for us. You understand? They're the one that's creating all of the estate, all of the projects through Parliament. They're doing it through that way. So, like I said, I recognize because obviously I take up my practice to be able to get to that level for myself and my people. So I realized, okay, this is where everything can change. So I said, okay, how can I do it in the best way possible? All right, we know we're already, majority of us or some of us know that we're already sovereigns. Okay, so if it goes into that, if now it says enough signatures would get into Parliament, so now it will get it's a remembrance. So it's reminding, because once it gets in their hand, it's reminding them that this act exists and these people are still here. Because again, they removed us. They create a different law. They create the corporations. So now, when they realize, okay, the children of the kings are still here, like things will change immediately because that's an alarming rate because they'll record because it says what it says. You understand? It's a sovereign grant for the children that's born beyond seas. Again, as you know, the Windrush generation, most of us was removed because a lot of people don't know this, but it tells you in the Acts that we were removed from England in 1689 and sent to the Caribbean due to wars that the foreign kings were fighting against each other. So for the common good,
Oliver Cromwell,
yes,
remove the Jacobites.
Exactly. So for the common good, because we are of the noble, we are of the like imperial. They said, okay, just to move us for security reason, but that was a lie. That they wanted to remove us from our landmark, and that's when they removed again majority of like the sovereigns and put them in the Caribbean. But
so it's by no coincidence that the Windrush generation and I have forward to be here on this isle now in this time.
Yes.
But this is what I'm saying. Salutations and honors to the works that you're doing. But what I just see is what we need more of is like strategic ways of educating the people to becoming sovereign, knowing this history. For instance, as well, tracing one's genealogy, because that can be it's very difficult to navigate that effectively unless you are working with people who have done it effectively.
Sister, all of that is done. All of that, everything is done. I literally did because I say when we're in emergency, and when an emergency, like where we as people need to be recognized.
We are in an emergency.
At the highest, the quickest place, and the quickest change. You can't go to no local areas and say who we are. Like literally, they don't know. All of the information, all of the history is in Parliament. there is, like I'm trying to say, that is the main hub. Like you can't escape. That's the main area. That's the final boss, where you could say every history going back from, again, Jesus, wherever the time is, from Roman time, from Egyptian times, all of the history is in that parliament. That parliament was built by King Edward. King Edward is a black prince. He was from the bloodline of the Kingdom of Castile and the Kingdom of Leon, which was a part of the Kingdom of Granada, which ruled in the Kingdom of Sardinia, which again was part of our kingdom, because the greatest Roman emperor, Septimius Severus, was a black man from Libya.
The whole Iberian Peninsula was ours at the end of the day.
Exactly.
We reigned over the whole Iberian Peninsula.
Exactly. So it's not like, so all of that history is in Parliament. Do you understand? So there ain't, that is the only place, and I'm trying to make people, show people that how serious and how direct we have to be right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep running around in the same circle. If we're in there, that's where we need to be. That is our place. You understand? Because remember, if our kings built that, it tells you, there's acts that tells you that all the seats that they're sitting in when you watch the parliament, we're supposed to be sitting in those seats. But like I'm saying, because we're not like that part, but we have to, that's what I'm saying, we can't like say, let's educate our people now about that. Yeah? We have to get in there first, then sit down and educate our people. So the quickest way to do that,
and the ones who know have to fill those places of position and do the lead until the ones who are underneath can learn and adapt to what they need to know to take on those positions and operate in a true round table order.
Yes. So the quickest way that I know how to get in there is that, again, get the numbers, because it's just the people recognize. Imagine that you're recognizing yourself as a parliament procedure that you're a sovereign, and it's going to go to, because again, if they're saying like that's the haven for sovereigns, and that's the haven for recognizing people, because everything in parliament make everything a recognizable thing globally, right? So if we're saying, remember, because everything, all of our acts, all of our ancient history is there already. So it's not like we're doing something new. We're just reminding them who we are within the parliament, because they already have all the records. But because it's for us to recognize ourselves, so we're providing that information to them. So when they read it out or when they go through it, it's there in their hands. The whole parliament will recognize it. And remember, it's because of the numbers. It's the numbers, force recognize it. So if you have 100,000 sovereigns that recognize themselves as a sovereign, and it's in front of parliament, that's the highest place we can get to. So once now we're in that door, then we can do all the teachings. You understand? There won't be no back door. There won't be no sly movement, because they like to shut down things if it's not in the highest, if it's not being promoted highly, if it's not in the right place. They like to shut down communities, and like the community people, the community like representatives, they don't even know what to do. They're giving it to their parliament representative, and they're not even doing nothing. But once we get in the elevation where, like I say, these things is recognized, it's already there. If you type in again, a sovereign grant for families, you will see it's clear, like everyone can see it internationally. So it's not hidden. This is the point of it. It's not hidden. So where we could continue to build that awareness, and we could see the act that is applied in the petition to realize, okay, it's actually something real. It's a realistic, the most realistic approach, again, that we could ever have, throughout all the ages. Because it's something that is just being confirmed again, because it tells you this is our inheritance, not just for a minute, it's for a lifetime, it's forever. So we're just confirming our inheritance, which is forever. It tells you in this. That's why I made sure I put down everything. It's the strategic plan, everything. There ain't nothing, like I say, that we don't have at this moment. But I say, because we're in emergency, and as you can see, that's why they're building up wars and all of these things, to to continuously
More
distract us.
distractions.
Yeah, so I said, okay, in this emergency,
Thanks.
give thanks.
Brother,
my people.
listen, I'm gonna check on the website, right? And just get tapped in more and just looking more on what I can
Yeah,
do on my end. You have a
yeah.
brother there, El Blanco, wants to rise up to the platform,
All
and
right.
through Sunday settings, we should just go take care of the youths, them, yeah?
Yes,
So
give
one
thanks.
love always. Give thanks, yeah? Thank
Yes,
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, got you. Got you, my people, got you. Come in, my people, come in, El Blanco. Yes, my
Oh,
brother. So I was just going, cause it's emergency, man. I'm trying to let my people know that we need to. It's something that is there for us to do, and we
yeah,
can do it right now, and we could change it right now. You get it? So we
yeah,
don't have to talk forever. We don't. We really
exactly,
don't.
exactly.
We really don't, man. You know, we're tired. We've gone past that. We know we are. Like, how much more pictures, images that we're gonna see of ourselves until we do something.
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
bro,
completely.
there's so much. There's so much information out there, like about who we are, how much where all of our crescents, everything.
Exactly,
It's everywhere
exactly.
now. It can't be hidden. But it's not. It's not about what we're seeing. It's about what we're doing about it. So I took that up to say, okay, as a brother, as a family member of,
Yeah,
again, my my royalty, my royal bloodlines, let me do something which, again, cannot be removed, cannot be
yeah,
taken away. Do you understand? And as
yeah,
sovereigns now, if remember, because Parliament is the highest part business, because everything affects Parliament, affects everything, bro. If Parliament say, yo, no money in circulation, we know there's no money in circulation. You understand? So I
mm-hmm.
say, to defeat that, like I say, because we have kingdom before that, to defeat that, we have to put ourselves in that sovereign position in Parliament. Because once we put, then if they take away, okay, anything, it will not affect us, because we're now affecting it, because we're now sovereign, we're individually, just like we'll be able to regain our kingdom that was previously before that. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? There are kingdoms that are ours previously before that. We're able to separate. We're able to divide Parliament again and be our own, again, Parliament, and we could enact acts to betterment our people. This is where we at right now. This is where we at, my
Listen,
brother.
listen, bro.
Yeah, my brother, man. This is where we at, man. We're
Can you
here.
send me
So
a Lancelot?
yes,
Can you send me a direct link to the petition?
yeah,
Yeah,
of course. I will do that. I
because
will do that.
I tried to find it the other day, and I'm not in the UK,
Yeah,
so I'm in Colombia. So
yes.
it came up a load of Spanish, whatever. It's on change.org, so I couldn't sign the petition.
No problem. I'll send you a direct link
Yeah,
again.
send me a direct link. You've got me on here anyway as friends. So
Yes, my
send me a
brother. I
yeah.
would. Yeah, I will do. I appreciate. I will
Yeah.
do. I will do. And that's what I'm saying. It's for everyone. Like I say, in the realm, if you're in wherever you are, America, Colombia,
Check
because
this out.
your bloodline is connected again to us, because you're part of our dynasty. So again, because it tells you it's for those that were born. Because remember, once we were removed in 1689, we was put all over the Americas. We was put all over the Caribbean. You understand what I'm saying?
Check this out, Lancelot. What might be a good idea is for you to make a quick video of the petition and then do a quick presentation of the book showing the bloodlines and whatever. And then
Yes.
send that video to us so we can send it to people on TikTok. That might be quick. It's a good presentation what you've done.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So that
And
might be a good idea because you
maybe
see,
even just post up the direct link as well.
yeah.
How do I do this? Like I said, I'm new. You see, I'm trying to say, because I've been just because I've been underground. TikTok
Yeah.
is new to me, man. All of this is new to me. It's something,
Yeah,
even though
yeah. Well,
I have it.
I work online with a lot of automation and stuff like that, so I like to speed things up. But you're right in what you're saying, because at this moment in time,
Yeah,
this isn't really the time to be. We can spread awareness and go in these chats. But realistically, a lot of the people who are coming in these chats are coming to argue the case anyway. No
Yes.
matter what you present to them, they're coming to cause. They're coming with that. They're coming with the demonic mindset to
Yeah.
just disappear, irregardless. Do you know what I'm saying? You can present to them everything, then they're just going to go and say, right, have you got a primary source? Then you give them the primary source. Then they're going to say, have you got DNA? Like they're just going to keep moving the goalposts just to waste time. That's what they're doing. I've not got no time for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know exactly what you're saying. I'm with that.
But you're right. And that's why.
Throw us off, innit?
I can't hear you, my bro. Speak up.
It's just to throw us off. That's why it's part of like when like you know the opposition rises. It's just to throw us off because they think that it's going to be easy to distract us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like with any organization in the past, any black organization, there's always some entity that's coming in to cause confusion. So it's going to happen in these groups that we're in. You know, this ain't the time to be debating because I don't know if you've seen any of the debates on
Exactly.
YouTube.
No time for that.
Sarnetta and who is it? Sarnetta and the other guy from Detroit. There's been a lot of debates anyway, but all it is you're going back. This is the time to move quickly through these people, see who they are, and move quickly, not wasting time. So yeah, I need to go out, but if you can send me a direct link to the petition so I can sign that, and then I'm gonna order your book as well. Yeah.
I will do. Appreciate it, King.
All right, guys.
Yeah, obliged.
All right, take care.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
again, my people, remember, because it's a petition. It's not like it's my organization is separate from the petition. So because I know, again, these, like I say, the strategy that I provide is to be able to cut all of the long distraction, all of the long strategy to break up whoever and whatever. That's I already checked for my previous, you understand, ancestors, my previous people, and how they were infiltrating that. So it's like, okay, we don't need to go all over that again. We don't need to do that all over again. Best way we do petition, a direct one, which with the law that we're talking about and the signatures. That's it. There ain't, like, you know what I mean? Because it's not a discussion. It's not like an argument because it's a petition. It's not argument about. If they wanna know what the petition about, they read it and they will see what we're directing. It's like it's nothing of a. After that, there ain't no such thing as infiltration because we're setting the standards. We're setting a high standards for who we are. You know what I'm saying? We're reminding those about who we are. That's all it is. You understand? And where the reminding is being done, it's in the highest place, Parliament. So it's just then after that, people are just being educated about who they are, about the actual purpose about the petition, or who they are, and then we could just continue in peace because we can't. Because remember, if we've been doing the things backwards, then we have to then change the way that we're doing it. So I made sure I turned it around and put the first swing forward. So this is where the platform is, Parliament. You know, this is the reason why we're at Parliament, because, you know, we have an ancient history that is secured in Parliament, and the petition is about recognizing that we are, you know, the sovereigns of Parliament. Understand? 100,000. They say the rule. 100,000 signatures. It is spoken about. Once from there, that's it. It's live. You understand? It's live. It's no more because the petition is clearly there. So the laws is clearly there. So when they read it, it automatically does what it does because it's already there. It's something that is already there. If you type in again, the statue of those that are born beyond sea. You could find it. It pop up 13, and this is how long it is. It's in 1359 or in in the precise in the 1300. This is how long that statue has been there. So it's not like something that has been done uh, a year ago or 2 years ago that can be repealed. This has never been repealed, and it cannot be repealed because it's not a man thing. It's a God thing. It's a crown thing. You understand? It's above all of the people that are sitting in the parliament. It's above that, because without this Lord, there wouldn't be no one sitting in parliament. You understand? There wouldn't be no representative in parliament. So this is how, this is where it's I set it like at the highest level. So again, we can just go and then rebuild in the way that we want to rebuild. But because once the signatures is done, and that's all we're there. It's done. You understand? All of the hard work is being done. If it's about re-educating, everything is there. There is nothing that is missing. Everything is already completed. We only need the force. We only need people that say who they are to really state who they are in parliament. That's all it is. They say who they are amongst the live. You understand? In the street, they say all of that. Yeah, brother, this king that. But now I'm saying take that same energy in parliament. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm definitely there, mate. I'm telling you, this is something that I've been kind of, I've been waiting for a long time. So I understand. The good thing is when you understand what a man's doing, yeah, and I understand everything that you're doing. I understand exactly what you're saying, and the effect that it can have. So, I'll support that all day. Yeah.
Yes, man, brother. Appreciate again, Babu. Okay,
Bumblebee,
Bobby. Go ahead.
Great Titans brothers.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Yes.
Well, actually, I was just tapping because I'm listening to what you're saying. I've recently discovered your page here, and I like what I'm hearing. And I am a Choctaw-born American Indian.
Yeah.
One of the
Yes,
family.
I recently discovered just from discovering other things. I don't have my proof right here, but I know in my heart, just from doing a little researching and listening to different people, that is where I was born, Mississippi. So therefore, I am a Choctaw Indian,
Yeah.
American Indian.
Yeah.
I'm doing my genealogy. It's kind of hitting me in a hard place right now because a lot of my elders are ancestors now.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough, and those that I do conversate with seems to have their head elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get you. I understand.
You know what
That's
I'm
why.
saying?
That's why. This is also for all of those in Americans, those Choctaws, those Creeks. This is the same bloodline. This is where you have the House of Lords. This is for the Lords of the Chiefs. So it's the same bloodline. Like I say now, again, we over in England, we again is representing all of the Americas, all of the Caribbean, because like we know again they're a part of our bloodline, they're a part of that same sovereign. So it's like I say, it's then after that, then the re-education can be done. But I just want to make sure that again everything gets to Parliament. So the same energy that we speak about, it will be spoken in Parliament. That's where I'm at, because I'm in there, and I'm seeing that, like I said, I've been in Parliament for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I'm analyzing, like independently analyzing, seeing who's representing again the Windrush generation, and seeing that again they're missing their culture, they're missing something. So I say, okay, after experiencing, after learning the actual system, the parliament system, I come up with a strategy of the best way to affect again and re-establish as a people our sovereign rights. And I
Okay.
realized, okay, that is through a petition recognizing the laws that was already there for us.
Well,
Like I
thank you,
said,
brother.
to recognize
Thank
the
you.
laws that are already there for us. It's not a new establishing, it's the recognition of the laws that are already there for us that
Yeah.
are born beyond sea. Because again, those that are in America, they are born beyond sea. Those that are in the Caribbean, they are born beyond sea. You know, those that are everywhere, they are born beyond sea. So as a representative of myself, I was born beyond sea, but I came there to make sure that my people are no longer lost beyond sea. You understand? Because again, that is their rule of controlling us because they're saying that we're lost beyond sea. Now we're
Okay.
saying that no, we're not lost. I'm there representing my people, and the laws that are there is just to re-establish that those that are beyond sea, they are still there. They're still there. They're still there in their exact form. They're still there in their exact sovereignty. So now, those that are there beyond sea is just there as because the signature speaks also because if I'm representing, I'm saying that these are all of the sovereigns that are present, that are there beyond sea. So if they don't know how much people are sovereigns that are beyond sea, the signature would show that these are all of the people that are there. These are all of the bloodline. These are all of the royalties. These are all of the imperial children that are still beyond sea. This is as simple as it is. This is the most simplest, but the most effective and the most powerful method we can ever do. Because once it gets there, that is where it's supposed to be. That's where we're supposed to. Because these are
Okay.
our
Well, can you
palaces, right?
inbox me this information, please?
I will do, and I'll follow you. So again, you don't get that. Someone else want to come up. I will do, and again, man, it's a time right now. Like I say, the time of talking is done. It's just the doing part.
Yep.
So I'm just
We
gonna
need
make
action now.
action, and I'm telling you, this is more stronger than war. This is more stronger than us getting up and fighting. This is more stronger than us getting up and protesting. You understand? Because the same numbers that do protest every day, say there's 100,000 people that's protesting. It's I'm trying to say that does not do nothing because everyone
Nope.
go home after that day and they go back to their regular doing. That same 100,000 people, imagine them in parliament. Imagine them in that their and their statement obviously from what you could see and what you could read as a petition would be more louder than you actually walking and chanting because
Yep.
it's a recognition. It's something that we already have. It's not, but so we have to get into the right place, you know, and that is the right place, and that's the only place. I'm telling everyone. I'm trying to show the urgency that again is just right now is what we have to do. Sign yourself, make sure that you yourself you're representing your own sovereign by saying that you're a sovereign, that you are beyond sea, you have children, you have families that beyond sea. That's what you're saying, and that's what they're gonna be reading. That's it. There ain't no hidden agenda. There ain't no grouping. You know, so after everything is in parliament, then we can start the re-education. But we have to get to the safe place first. You understand? Because
Yeah.
that's always happened. Every time we create a group, there's always been breaking down because we're not in the safe place first. You understand? That's why nation can continue. You understand? That's why nation can continue and they can go because every nation, anytime there's an issue, they go to parliament, they go to the assembly, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah.
as
I'm
now,
redoing I'm in the process of redoing my birth certificate now.
all right. You see, so if look, imagine that if all of the signatures is already you don't really need to do like all of the things that we have been taught to do wouldn't really need to be done because we'll be recognized already. The reason why we are look this is what it is. Say for instance, dealing with it like business. So the parliaments are the providers, yeah, and again, so we are the consumers, and then there's middlemen, yeah. So everything that's advertised like a middleman telling you, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, that's middlemen that wants to do the longer way is getting middlemen. It's like, like if you have a wholesalers, but then you're going to supermarkets to buy your groceries, you're paying more for that groceries if you go to the wholesalers. So this is just like how it is, and you're saving costs, you're saving time, so you're just going straight to the wholesalers because they already have everything already established
Right.
internationally. So you're bypassing everything. You don't need to register. You don't need to do all of that. It's just as you are as you be in parliament and you recognize yourself as a sovereign, they will know. Don't think that again. Parliament don't know everyone, and they don't know where everyone is.
Oh yeah, they know it all.
This is an establishment. An establishment is what it is. That's what it means. And this is the highest establishment that there is. Every intelligence, if it's MI5, MI6, to whatever intelligence that it is, Parliament created it. So it's like, that's my brother. Yeah. So don't think that. Big up yourself. So don't think that again. Like, oh, we have to do anything with. Everything is in the open right now. I'm just saying, as
Okay.
people, there's something to do, and what is being done right now is a petition, letting again them know that our rights, our ancient rights, that's already in Parliament, we are recognized, and that again, this is what we're standing on, and this is what again we're applying for, because it's our own. Remember, if there are laws or regulation because remember, regulation is a thing to test to see if you are truly who you are. Just like the Sesquitate Trust, it's you have to prove who you are first, but they never tell us how to prove who we are. Again, remember, because all of the proof is already in Parliament. All of the laws, everything is already in. That's the proof. That's because for them to build a church, for them to build a school, the law is already there that tells you that they have. It's a proof that it's supposed to do this. It's supposed to do that. They're just serving the law that's already been there by our ancestors. But now we say no. We don't want them to serve us because they know that they don't serve us right. So we want to take back up our own servitude, and we're serving our children, our community, for ourselves as sovereign. You understand? So this is where again we have the right, man. We need to again that this is where it is. Remember, as sovereign, we have the inalienable right to regulate ourselves, to create our own independence. That's why you have the American Constitution, independent, because again they recognize themselves through Parliament. You understand? Every country that had their independence and still have their sovereign rights, they are recognized in Parliament. So this is just again the ultimate platform, the ultimate area, the ultimate place that we have to start from. We have to establish first, so that again we make things happen, and it's happening. So it's just the numbers that is needed, because it's not about talking no more. We know who we are. We have all of the details. There are too much advertisement going on. So again, we need to stop all of that. We need, because what's the point? Because we're gonna go over things over and over again. Another year of talking when there is something that is being done and that can be done ASAP based on how much people that has recognized it. So it's like I say, we know Parliament procedures. We're gonna follow that procedure. Again, everything's already established. We only need the numbers. That's why force. That's why it's natural. It's a law. The amount of force is the rule. How you win. The more force you have, the more you're able to have more power. So we have the power that recognize that we are already sovereign in Parliament. So the amount of people that recognize themselves, then we wouldn't, like I say, we could just rebuild ourselves in our own fashion. We could do whatever we want without have to look behind over our backs to say, okay, who's going to come for us? Who's going to do this? Because again, we're establishing ourselves within the establishment that is not that they established, but by our own people that already established it. But they're the ones that look after it, because we are, like I say, incompetent of even recognizing ourselves and where to go and where to be. So right now, this is just the establishment of who we are, and it's already done. So we just need the force. We need the people to again to sign to recognize themselves as sovereign. So when it's spoken about, everyone would know, everyone would hear. It will be international. All right, my people. So
Yeah.
everyone else that just come up, this is what we are. We're in the part of doing things, and I know again, like there won't be a lot of doers. There won't be a lot of doers. So I understand that there won't be a lot of people that is in these type of life, because like there are a lot of people that don't really want to do nothing. You understand? And they just want to critique. They just want to talk about the situation, but don't want to do nothing. But I'm saying, I passed all of that. There's something that is being done, and I'm just require those that want to get it done, because everyone that do sign, their name is already would appear, so they would appear as sovereign. You understand? So again, at least those that are responsible enough to do something, they could help out those that because those that are in that psychological situation of just talking and talking and talking, they would help them to be able to get out of that mentality. See what I'm saying? So if there's 100,000 of us that wants to do something, that's a good number to rebuild, and to get the talkers out of talking, and be a part of building, get the people that critique things out of critiquing and into talking about who they are, and then get into the point of doing. So there's like a 3-tier stage. The doers is not going to be a lot, as we know this. Not everyone is a leader, and not everyone is a doer. That's why, again, it's not going to, we understand how it's going to be. But
Right.
now, as the
I hear what
doers,
you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
yes, man, I appreciate it. So I will send you. I'm just making sure, just tap me, give me an inbox so I know who I need to send the petition to, and like I say, just share it out, because like I say, the ones that really, the ones that say they are at the lowest level, they'll get put to the test, because that energy that we all come with about who we are, about kings and that, you know what I'm saying? Do you have the same energy at the highest level? This is where we at now. This is for those that really talking what they're saying but not really doing what they're saying. Like, so the highest level is there. So if you say you're sovereign, your bloodline is this, okay. There's a stage where that could be recognized, and that's the highest stage. So
Okay.
that's where we are, and that's where we need that those people that have the energy for the lower level, if they have the energy for the higher level right now. So we're seeing if people are just talking who they are, but not doing what they need to do to establish who they are, because we have to establish it in the highest order, and that's the highest order is Parliament. My brothers, someone is saying something. Messiah on X, check us out on X if you seek truth. See all of that truth seek. You see all of that. Like everyone already know the truth, man. It's like everyone has everything already. It's what you're gonna do. The truth is something that you do. You understand? Like knowledge is a different variation. Someone that is speaking the knowledge, but imagine that there's a theory and a practical. You could say that you're a driver, but I've never driven. You could know all of the technicalities about the car, but never drove in a car before. So if it's time to drive the car, and you don't know that knowledge about driving the car, and you only know about the theoretical part of it, then you don't really know the knowledge. So I'm trying to say, so it's the part of doing now. It's that's what we need. That part there, the doing part, the doing knowledge. Understand? Not the knowledge that you're gonna sit down, be in melancholy, turning your brain into what they call it, a atomic bomb ready to explode because they have so much knowledge in there, but I've not done nothing about it. We're past that. We're past that part. We're past that part of knowing the truth and want to know the truth. It's about doing something about the truth. That's the part we are. And as you can see, if you see that the lineup, there's not a lot of numbers. There's not a lot of numbers. There ain't, because again, there's people that they talk about the truth, but they don't know what to do about the truth. But now, again, there's something that we can do, and this is the people that we need. You know, and no offense to those that talk about the truth, because there are people that critique it that needs to know. But right now, we need to do something about it, right? Yeah, so if you read the petition, it tells you Tom, it tells you what the grant is for. So the grant is for the children that was removed in 1689 from again their kingdoms, and they were sent to the Caribbean and the Americas. Yeah, so these are the chiefs, you know, these are the kings, children that was removed, because the law of the it said the law of the crown of England is different from the law of England. So the law of the crown of England is an imperial crown. Imperial crown means pharaoh, means chief. So these are the children of that. So we are the children. That parliament that was set up, it wasn't for no one but the children. And again, as you can see, everyone that's in parliament doesn't look like the children of again the imperial or the pharaoh. So like right now, there are acts within the petition to tell you again, to tell you what that where the statue is for, and this is from the time of the 1300s. So this is the most powerful thing that can be done. You understand? And it's the most powerful place that can be established at. So it's the doers part. My brother, again, so it is. Thank you. How you doing?
Sankofa.
Sankofa. Sorry, my pronunciation. Sankofa.
Hey,
How you doing?
all right. Are you?
I'm right now. I'm in emergency. I want my people to get things done. To recognize that there's something done. So you know, I'm great. I'm great, and like you know, just can't continue the day because there are things coming up. Like there are rumors of war. There are there's so much things to distract us from this point because again they don't want this point. They don't want people to be doing things. So it's just that I need to make my people aware that there's something that is being done and there's something that can be done. It's just require the people that want to get something done. So this is my promoting for us as sovereign. So if we know who we are, we have to make that something that we need to do what we are, and it's already there. It's just requiring the people that want to do something about it.
Yeah.
That's where we're at, Sankofa. We're at the part of doing something, So that's if I could say a lot of people might not know a lot of people that is doing something, and and it's for a reason because a lot of people don't know what to do, but they know what to say, they know who they are on the information, but to do the part now, that's the next level, and this is where we at, and this is what I'm promoting. So I don't know if you have anything to say about that.
Need some legal people on the team. I don't know anything about law. Law's a tricky business.
Like I say, there's everything on we don't need. Everything is already established. It's the people that know who they are. Just like you say, they don't have to, because even the legal people, they're still third party. So like, because the legal people, they still have to go to Parliament to check whether the law that they're quoting is correct. So like I'm bypassing everything. I'm going straight to the top. It's already at the top, but it's just again the people that it's the level of people now. You see the quality of people now. That's where we are. The quality of people. It's the quality of people now. So again, now you see there's critiques, there is talkers, and there's doers. The quality change, So now the quality is changed. There's not going to be as much people in the live because the quality has changed. This is the whole point. Everything is, like I say, there is now nothing that we need to do. Everything's already done. Everything that we need to do is just now the quality of people that say what they are, say who they are now. To do what they say. So I already put everything in place. The petition is for Parliament. The rules is that we need 100,000 people. So in this case, it will be 100,000 sovereigns, right? 100,000 sovereigns that again signed, so they will know that there's 100,000 sovereigns that need again to reclaim their sovereign rights that is already in Parliament because the sovereign rights are all in Parliament. That's why the king has to go before Parliament for him to get his sovereign right. For him to be crowned, he has to go before Parliament. So as we again, because everything has been regulated, so now the whole point is for we to be recognized. So the numbers amount of we to recognize ourselves first by knowing that there's something being done and being a part of that, what's that being done. So you're taking your sovereignty serious, you're taking your family serious to represent, because everyone again have families. They're gonna be that their sovereignty is their representation of their family. In Parliament, they're gonna speak about it, so they're gonna know, because there are laws that's in the actual petition that tells you that it's just you're reclaiming, because that statute is forever. It can never be repealed, because if it's repealed, there wouldn't be no Parliament, because that statute is what sets Parliament. So there's every law that's already been covered. There's no need for no extra, and it's not like an establishment. Establishment is separate, so there's no infiltration. There is no secret. You need to speak in secret. There's none of that. It's just whoever that wants to do something about it, sign it. So at least again, they could recognize that there is this amount of sovereign people still around. Those that say that they're sovereign, that they truly are sovereign, because some of us are just talking, really, don't it? They don't really know. So the ones that do sign is to recognize that they're truly sovereign, and then they can help their people that are learning, talking, to get them to actually do what they say. You understand? So there has to be leaders. There has to be people that go stand in front, and these are the people that we're looking for, the one that can stand in front, the one that can know who they are truly, and represent themselves for their family and others,
Yeah.
So that's which one are you? I'm the doer, man. It's like I say, everything's already been done, so it's the evidence is there, right? We can be all you can be all free. I just need the doers right now. This is Mazzy. Yeah, you can be all free. I just need doers. Like we have all of the free. They're already on the live there. Like I say, majority of people on these platforms, they are critique and they're talkers. That's why you don't. That's why you will get a live full up of people, because they're entertained by talking. They're entertained by critiquing things. But that's why, again, if you check the numbers of people that are running countries, there is not a lot compared to the people that require. The numbers are not a lot. Like there's 1,000 to 1,000,000. 1,000 people run the country compared to the millions of citizens. So you're not gonna get like people that the level of doers are not the same as talkers, and it's not the same as people that critique. So it's already an establishment. It's already established that you recognize a person that run a shop than people that come in and buy things. It's not a lot. So these are things that are evident. These are mathematical results already. So we're now recognizing that these things are reality, and for us to be a part of the 1%, we have to again really know who we are and do what we say we are. So, we're in a position right now, because I've made that my sole purpose to put ourselves in a position at the highest, and then now it's just people that wants to be recognized as that. There are a lot of people that wants, but because they're over flooded by a lot of different channels that talks, they get distracted. Because even myself, I was going in to different platforms wanting to promote, but end up over flooding of talking and revealing and things that is already basic for us. Because look, we have the whole internet, like, so no one can't say that who we are. We already know who we are, but the level of psychology is different. The level of psychology is different to say that, yeah, this is who we are. Like, it's a different psychology. So this is where we're at right now. So that's why we're in this situation, because there's not a lot to do it. So where we are, so again, who else is in the building?
Same way as you've done all your research, you need to link the other people that have done their research, because they are doers. You are a doer. You have done your research.
Yeah, no, I'm past the research. It's something that it's all past. I'm in Parliament, right? I'm past that research. It's something that has been established. I established what it needs to be done. So it's just there are people, because I come across a lot of people that are in Parliament also, and they might not know the procedures of how it's set. There are people that are creating petition, but they might not know the type of petition that they need to be established. So, not the research part. That's all done. Again, because it's the part now for that research to be established. Something has to be done about it. Not the talking part. The actual, say, if you want to build a community or a school, you have to go to the parliament. You have to go to the establishment. But now we're going to the establishment not as under them, but as equal as them, because that law is already there for us. You understand? It's not we're able to be independent, just like how England was independent, just like how other independent nations, like, we're able to be that also. So we're not. I'm not setting up my people to be under anyone. You know what I'm saying? Setting up the people to have that equal. Because if you're sovereign, you're not under no one. Yeah. So it's not no research that, and it's something. It's past all of that. We're past all of that. You know what I'm trying to say? We're in a different level. The realm is not the same. So it's the part where, again, I know, and it's sometimes when I'm thinking about the conversation, is that it's a lot of people that not at that level, and I understand, but it's there. So if you want to be there, you can go there, but it's something to be done. And that is where we need to be, as people. If we want to affect change truly, and if we want to make change without being under or thing repercussion coming back to us, that is the place to be. So yeah, we're doing something now. It's past that. It's past the point. We could educate about the research later on, but there should be enough people that know who they are, say who they are, know who they are. Yeah, there should be enough at this moment. In 2025, there should be enough people that know who they are. Like, there should be enough.
And everybody needs to team up and talk.
For real. And it's funny though, because when you talk to some people, they know who they are, but they don't know who they are. That's a good question to ask somebody. Do you know who you are? Because a lot of people will respond, with the general you know, I'm on this nation or whatever, but it actually goes a little bit deeper than that. With that question, when somebody asks who you are, it's like knowing your birthright, basically, and knowing what we're here for. And us as a people, we actually, we were the beginners of law. We brought the law, so that's who we are. You know, like you said, them people sitting in them seats, that is actually supposed to be us. And they show us this every day, because just like when you go in
Hmm.
the courts, you can see the remnants of our people there. You know, so
I don't mean to interrupt you, love, but I don't want to mess up your life. I'm getting ready to do something. So can you like drop me down? I didn't want to. I didn't know if I could, if it would mess up your life if I just dropped out.
No, you can drop down. Let me drop you down.
Okay.
No, appreciate. I
I'm
remember.
still listening though.
Yeah. Just remember inbox me. So I could send you the link to the petition straight away.
Okay, because I'm still listening. I'm just want to leave room for someone else.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Hmm.
yeah, a lot of people think it's a myth. That's what it is. Because I was talking to, like, I'm in my own family group on WhatsApp, and this was just last year, like middle of last year. One of our family members passed away, and we all got into a group. So I thought it was a good opportunity to start getting everyone. I was posting this, posting that, and it was all about the law. I wasn't interested in talking about nothing else. Yeah, so it is. It's like you've got people that will agree with you, and they'll say, yeah, but we can't do nothing about it. You know, many people have tried and failed. And what it is, it's just like they say that like certain laws were only made for certain people, if you get what I mean, like because they were the people that was around at the time.
It depends how you define law.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Law
Well,
is
there's statutes, there's acts, there's all
no,
different
that's
ways.
not law. That's legal, my friend.
Pardon?
That's not law. That's legal.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It depends how you define law.
Yeah. So
Some
if you're
people
going to
some people
define
say
law,
some people say that acts and statutes are law when they're not.
oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, yeah, it's true. They're not.
See, I'm out of the system, mate. Do you know what an
I'm close
affidavit
to
is,
it
don't you?
myself. I'm close. I'm not just talking. You know, I'm close to it myself.
Well, I've done it. Yeah, I've done it. I done it 4 or 5 years ago. I've sent all the relevant paperwork, affidavits to all the relevant people, chief constables, the DVLA CEO who quit on November the 25th after I put her on notice. And
Okay.
Serena Kennedy, Merseyside Chief Police Constable, she's been
Yeah.
put on notice at the same time on the 1st of November, and she's ignored the affidavit, which is the second one she's received. Um, I also put Andrew James Cook, ex-former Chief Constable of Merseyside Police, on notice. Who relevantly, what they done, they moved him to the Metropolitan Fire and Rescue Service and give him a promotion, and his wages
Okay.
went up. This is the kind of system we're up against.
Yes, my
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
Raga, is the truth, and this is something that again is one part we're not taught, right? Because in law, the law is the actual law itself is based on weight and measures. You know, like the actual scale. So, for instance, because we're in that is the principal law. So, for instance, you yourself can be outside of the system, right? But because there's a force there, the weight, right? So, for instance, if they establish something and there are 50,000 people, right? That 50,000 people now, because that is the law itself, because it's a rule, that 50,000 people, say they're corrupt, they can now corrupt you because you're just only one. That is just a law. Yeah, that's why in if it's a military, whoever has the most force, they win. That is law. That law is a law of the land. That's the actual rule. So that's why usually, again, you get the grouping, you get people coming together, the union, to balance out the force, but to balance out the law. Because again, some people can again use that law to affect other people, even though they're not in that system. Just like what's
Yeah,
going on in Ireland right now. They're getting forces outside as a number to run out the actual inhabitants, the original inhabitants from their land. So this
yeah,
is the law that we
the
have to understand.
indigenous. The reason behind that is it's a UN invasion. The UN has taken over Britain, and that's what's happening with them. And it's what they're doing. All these people coming into the country, they're not all refugees. They're not all immigrants. Most of them are United Nations soldiers, and what they are, they're a standing army because they're waiting and they're pushing for riots in this country, and that's what they want, so that they can bring the UN soldiers onto the streets and control everybody.
It's exactly what it's exactly. See, exactly what you said. What they're doing, yeah. Because again, in everything that is being done for it to be effective, the numbers have to match it. So just like again, if the rule of the game is, because if we're in a system and it's a gamery, the rule of the game is, say if we're playing football, you know that you need 11 man. If you don't have 11 man, then you can't actually be a part of that game. That's the rule. You understand what
You
I'm
mean
trying
like
to
a
say?
jury? You mean like
Yes,
a jury of 12?
exactly. That is the rule. All right, clearly, like you just mentioned. So again, as we are sovereign, the rule is, if Parliament has a rule to say you need 100,000 people, doesn't matter if you label yourself as sovereign, that's even better. So 100,000 is the rule to be able to stand against Parliament or stand, yeah? So now, if we're saying there's 100,000 sovereigns that is standing based on the law that is already, then we're now, as we establish the rule that we are past that rule, so we're able to stand. This is why it's so important to know the rules, and the rules is based on numbers, weight, and measures. So, for instance, just like you say, the jury. So, if there is 12 individuals, they could create their own committee, because that is the rule of a committee, a jury, a board. Yeah, this is the rules. So, if the numbers are not there, then if you as an individual, you could be taken out of the game because we don't know the actual rule of the game when it comes to actual force. Because the main aim or the main rule as a body, if you're saying you're an established body, you have to consider the force. You understand? This is the law of physics. You have to consider the force. So obviously, like they know this because it's established through all of the establishment that this is how the measurement is done when it comes to actual ruling, right? So we have to. That's why I made it exactly for that reason. I'm not, like I say, it's not just one part. I established the whole part. So the main part now I'm requiring for it to be done with force is the people, is the amount of force that is required. So if there's 100,000, then I need 100,000 force, so that the individual now, as sovereign, they could represent their community, their land, their country, and then because the force is already there, the rules already established, then now they could teach, they could educate their community, their establishment about the rule, about the law, about whatever they need to, without being interrupted because they already know the rules. That's like, this is, I appreciate you, Raga, just so that conversation could have been done so it could be clear for those that are in the room. Yeah, that law is a different set of law. You understand? There are legal. That's why there's practical and there are legal. So there are practical and there's theory. Theory is legal. Practical is law. Yeah, that's why you have to have, if you have a court of arms, a court of arms is a law, meaning a family. That's a law. That the law of Mayat, that meaning is a family. That's the actual law. So a family established things, right? That's why Parliament is established by family, that which is law. So all of our ancestors that came, they established their law within the Parliament, and also they made it legal. So if any time the law is changed, meaning the family is changed or being removed, that legality, the legal things would be able to reenact that law. So the law that is provided for us is that, again, there is a law of the Crown of England. The Crown of England is a law, not legal, because the Crown of England is made up of families. All right, family from Ireland, Scotland, Wales. You understand, and those that are within the realm, the Caribbean. See, what I'm trying to say. So when any foreign invaders come in, again, it tells you that the supreme law of the land is Parliament. So no king, no foreign king is above Parliament, because Parliament is the supreme law of the land. It is the law. And that's why it says the commoners, we are of Parliament. So this is what we have to recognize. So remember, they changed the legality so that we cannot recognize the laws. That's why they created the corporation. And now the corporation has then made us as consumers. But we're not consumers, we're inhabitants. You understand? And inhabitants have the law. That's why it says the birthright of the people is the law of England. Think the law, yeah? And the law is, again, our family. So that's what I'm saying. Everything's already established. There ain't nothing more. Again, we need to know at this point is what we need to do, so that then we could then teach others that don't know, and then we could build from there. But we have to secure the rules. We have to pass the rules first. So that's why I'm making sure that people know why this is being done and why this have been done, and why we need the people that say what they are, say who they are, and to be a part of this, because again, this is what we actually need to do at this moment. We don't need to know nothing more. We don't. Everything's already there. Like Sankofa said, like there are everyone that has that research. There are there's so much people that have research. They already have all of that. Everyone. There's a group. So now it's a part of doing it so that we can come together, in peace, in security, and then teach the people that need to know about that research. But yeah, my people, that's where we at. This is where we at. Appreciate everyone for coming through. And like I say, because sometimes it's a message, it's an urgent message, and I want to make people be aware of what's going on. So everyone, I'm gonna send the petition in to everyone. Just inbox me so you can get it and just share it out. Because if you're a sovereign and you say you are, sometimes you have to do what you say you are to prove that you are who you are. Yes, re-educate.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, Reggie, earlier on, I think I got you wrong when you said it, about you have to understand the definition, but yeah, you're bang on. You're 100% right. Obviously, I know you know that.
Yeah, because all the legal system, they speak a foreign language called legalese.
That's
And
right.
it's got a different, in Merriam-Webster's, it says that legalese is a language other than English, cannot be read or written as English.
That's right.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, cool.
That's why they have so many different styles in how they write your name and all of that. It's all involved in that legalese. And once you know that, and you know the jurisdiction.
That thing about your name, see what you just said, your name. Well, it's not your name. I don't know if you understand, right? When your parents registered that name and they all capitalized it and they copyrighted it, they own that name and date of birth. That document is theirs. So when the authorities, like the police, the first thing they're going to ask you is what's your name and date of birth. And if you tell them the Crown copyright name and date of birth, you can be charged for using their property. And that's what a charge is, because a charge is a payment for something, and people don't understand the language what they use, you see.
You're right. You're 100% right, because I know exactly what you mean, because obviously I captured the name. I know I don't own it. Sometimes you get used to saying it a certain way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, they own it.
I identify when I'm asked by authorities to identify myself, I just use my first name, or exactly. I call myself. I'm the Attorney General of the House of Austin.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
I own my own land, you see, so I can make my own laws.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Yeah, I understand.
So I've got my affidavits. I've got pieces of paper here. I've put them all on notice. I drive without, well, I don't drive, I travel in my automobile without a license. I don't pay road tax. I don't pay insurance. And the reason I don't pay insurance before anyone gets on the bandwagon is because the insurance companies are quoting me £20,000 to £30,000 to cover me to insure my property without a driving license or without the relevant legal documents. So I drive. Now, I use my vehicle on the roads. I don't pay anything. And the police in Liverpool, they've got me flagged up. If they put my number through on their system, it flags up to leave me alone.
Yeah, I understand that. That's the bit that that's the kind of stage I'm very close to getting to. But
yeah, you need to lose the fear, and it's the fear of the police. I've been locked up, mate. I've had my shoulder dislocated, all just for standing up for my rights, mate. And I've got affidavits, unrebutted affidavits, proving that legislation doesn't apply to me. I've taken my consent away lawfully and legally, and I've got the documentation to prove it. So now, after 4 to 5 years now, the police in Liverpool, they know who I am. And if they see me, they just leave me alone, basically.
That's why I'm saying, Reggie.
Yes,
it's more hassle for them to keep
to save, because remember, things are changing, and they want to take the rights away. So they're constantly creating strategy. So that's what I'm saying, to take, because there are many people like yourself, what I'm saying, like myself, and like I say, everything. I literally have a living certificate. Everything, exactly,
right.
everything.
Proof of
I've
life.
done all of that, right? And I realize they're still pursuing through illegal means to continue to disrupt the inhabitants of the land. So I said, okay, to eliminate all of that, you have to go to the highest source. You have to go to Parliament, because Parliament, your birth, for you to be like this, because the law is written in for you to be like this, for you to be that sovereign being, to want to be, your ancestors, your house has to be in Parliament, because you have that same blood.
Can I just interject there? How would you define Parliament?
Well, Parliament is our family. It's made up. It's a building.
No. Parliament is a building. You can't speak. You can't write. This Parliament assembled is the people in the building.
Yes.
Parliament assembled is made up of men and women, and it's not the buildings or the titles what you go after in law. You go after the man or woman who makes the claim.
Exactly, yeah. But it's Parliament, regardless, isn't it? That's Parliament.
No, that's where you're wrong. You see, in the documentation, in lawful documentation, you can't write to Parliament. You got to write to a man or woman. Parliament's a building, and that's where people are going wrong. When they're writing to Parliament, which is a building, you need to write to the Prime Minister who's in office at the time. Or
no, we understand. No, we understand. It's not. I don't know who's writing. But when I say Parliament, I'm talking about the actual people. We're not the actual.
But
I know there might be some people.
Parliament's assembled, yeah.
Yeah, we might be some people writing that. But I'm trying to get people to recognize where we have to go, because if obviously if there's no people inside of the building, then obviously there's no reason for the building. You understand? Because if it wasn't built. Because remember, it's the builders first. It's whoever built it. Just like the building doesn't just pop out of nowhere. Someone built it for a reason. Just like a house. Just like the land that you're on. The land that you're on. It didn't you didn't just land on there. It was established from your parents, parents. So your ancestry, yeah. So just like again that building, or the castle, or the palace, because it is a palace. If you take away the Parliament, it's a palace, and the palace was built by a king. Like if he commissioned someone to build it, but it built by him for that purpose, for his family, the records of his family. Just like if you build a state or a project or whatever it is, a community, you're gonna have all of your all of the details of all of the people that is within that. So if you build it from the beginning of time, all of the records of your people is gonna be in there. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So if we don't know your estate, who's in there, what is it's about, then anyone can come in your estate and take over. And because it's a principal place, because that palace is principal. You know, that's why there are people going into that place directly to affect other people around, because it's a principal place. That's why there's always a place to go. And it's just to make people recognize that place is an establishment. Yeah, because it is not established by just the people that you're seeing now, but it's established by families. As long as there has been kings and queens that goes back as far as beginning of time, this is why it's established for that. That's why you could find laws that goes back. That's why it's the whole purpose. You know, it's like it can't bypass it. Right? It's an establishment. An establishment means that something that has been done already, and that what's been done already, providing so that others that do come can do the same thing. That's what establishment is. So if anyone think that they could go around that, like I say, they don't really know enough, because we can't. If the people like are just the, if the people use the establishment of that parliament to say I want to take away the land, and then they apply the rules, nothing you can do about it. So that's why you have to be in there so you could do something about it. It's just like people say they're a footballer, but they're not even in the game. They're not playing. There's nothing you could do about it. You're just hoping that your team win. Forget about that. We're not there no more. We need to be in there. We need to be on the field. You understand? We need to be the ref. We need to be removing whoever that's not playing right. This is where I'm at. I'm not going around in no circle, man. Like, bro, 2025, we see there's things are gonna happen. They're building robots so that they could take away our lawful position. So we have to get in there and remove the things that are building things to segregate us more, to create more everything that is against health and safety, bro. Because remember that imagine that if our ancestors build these things for our own health and safety, and they're affecting our health and safety, they can't be our ancestors then. You understand what I'm trying to say? They can't, whoever's leading right now, they can't be for our ancestors, because the ancestors created these establishment for in time when our health and safety is being affected, and we know our health and safety is being affected. There is war on our health, our children's health, everyone. So I'm trying to say, so this is why we have to, we can't keep talking about that. We're at the bottom line. We're at the bottom line. There ain't no, that's why I made sure for everyone, like yourself, Reggie, like re-educate, like Sankofa, like, you understand, that really want that change, really want to be that referee, really want to be in the game, or we could be there, but like, we have to really know.
I understand what Reggie was trying to say as well, though, because obviously the acts of parliament acts are actors, in it, yeah. But the fact is that they deal with law when law is brought to them. You get what I'm saying? They're feeding legal to the communities, yeah. But when you bring the law to them, then they have to recognize it, like what Lance is saying. If you go to them with 100,000 signature and create a bill, they have to talk about that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because this is the law, and you're coming to them as sovereign, as true sovereign, yeah. So they have to recognize that that's literally what they're there for. So it's like they're playing in two worlds. They're playing in two worlds. They're playing in the real world, right, and in the illusional world, the Matrix. They're playing in both sides.
They're living in an illusion. That's what they're doing.
But those that know, and they know there's people that will know, they will face them with the law likewise. You get what I'm saying? So I do understand where he was coming from, Reggie. He was trying to basically say that it's a place full of actors, drama, which is true, because even they've got an old book out somewhere called The Acts of Parliament.
Well, that's why they're called Acts of Parliament, because the acts are law, and they only are carried the force of law with consent. since 800 years ago in the Magna Carta. You know, we're all people are sovereign, and without a contractual obligation, no one can force you to do anything. The only way you can be forced is if you're violating a contract, a breach of contract, and that's what contract law and the common law means. It's intertwined. See, without a contract, they can't force you. And if you've got a contract, you've got to adhere to the terms and conditions of that contract. That's what holds the obligation. And if it's not in the contract, you've got no obligation to it.
That's right. And it has to be a real contract, not an implied contract, you know, like
exactly, with two or more signatures. It's explicit contract, it's called.
Express trust, yeah.
Explicit.
Right, yeah. So welcome, LJ. And remember one thing. Remember, King Henry created the corporation. It did. So you have to remember that it's been moving. So that's why, just like everyone mentioning, being in Parliament, you know, that bill is law, because that law is reconfirming the contract. And that
What's contract. The law?
What's that?
What's the name of the law?
Oh no, just reaffirming what
okay.
Reggie said. So from the Magna Carta, because the Magna Carta is a contract between King John and
the barons.
Yes, and noblemen and the lords, to tell them, listen, if you violate the health and safety of the people, then you're violating the contract and you should be removed. That's what it tells you. Yeah, the health and safety is the law of the land. It's the birthright of the people. Yeah, so that is the contract. Because that's why, if you realize, everything that that is being done on the health and safety. If it's public, if it's public order, that's on the health and safety. If it's COVID, it's on the health and safety. Remember, because the health and safety of the people is the law. That's why it's called the King's Peace, because that's the crown. The crown is the health of the people. That's our birthright. Yeah. So
protection of the people and their property.
Yes, just to make it up to date for everyone. Yeah. So LJ, appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. You talked about the eternal. We are like eternal. No, I think it was Reggie actually mentioned the Attorney General.
Yep.
Can you kind of reiterate kind of who they are and what they are?
The Attorney General. Your attorney is your right, your birthright. See, if you own land, you can become Attorney General of your land.
Mm-hmm. You
can write your own laws. See, I'm the Attorney General of the House of Austin, which is in my family name.
Mm-hmm.
See.
So if
you're gonna be in the legal system, you have to understand it, and there's nobody higher than the Attorney General.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so go on. Yeah.
It's like if you're Attorney General, it means you're sovereign on the land, basically, in the legal system.
Yeah, and those can be like barons, etc., isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Parliament, where are the barons?
We're the commoners in Parliament.
Yeah, that's right. We're the commoners in Parliament, right? So when we talk about land,
see, there's landowners. The barons are landowners.
Right. So when we're talking about land, we're sovereign people of the land, right? That inhibits the inhabitants, right?
Yeah.
So when we talk about land, we're in England.
Yeah.
Who's the Attorney General of England? Of the land. I'm in London,
because I looked it up the other week. I forgot his name though.
I'm not sure, but I got a letter off him. You see, because I videoed one of my court cases, which is not a court case, it's administration of the trust, which I knew all this. So I videoed it, and I got thrown out of the court. They escorted me out. They didn't throw me out. They escorted me out. Mm-hmm. I stood my ground for about half an hour, and then I left on my own free will. But I got a letter from the Attorney General, and he was saying that they were considering prosecuting me for video recording a court case in a court. So I wrote back to them, And I said, well, okay, I'll accept that if you can produce evidence that it was a court under common law jurisdiction of England, or was it administration of the trust without my permission? So, and then I got a return letter from the Attorney General saying that they looked at my paperwork, it was all correct, and they decided against prosecution.
Was that conditional acceptance?
And they called me, they said I was being vexatious.
Oh gosh. So where I was kind of thanks for that. You know, is it Lancelot? The
Sorry,
host?
go ahead. I've just been busy in a minute. 1 second. What you say?
No, that's all right. What do you want to be called? I didn't catch your name. Is it Lancelot?
That's it. Lancelot, yeah.
Yeah, Lancelot. So you know how you mentioned being sovereign of the land, our own like families being sovereign of the land, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
What's stopping us from what's the process in terms of are you based in London or somewhere, you know?
Yep. Go ahead. You need to know.
So what's stopping what's the process? What's stopping us from actually writing a letter or making a declaration or affidavit to the Baron, the Attorney General, the main Attorney General of the land, which is, his name's Richard Hermer. He's a Baron, and he's currently sitting at I think it's Petty France or something in central London, because
the City of London.
Yeah,
you know, the City of London is not part of England. It's a foreign.
I know, but it's where the Baron is.
As well.
It's where the Baron is. That deals with, you know, the royal court, where the king, where, you know, the King's Bench, etc. So what's stopping us from speaking to them, because he is also a man of the land, and he's the highest order, you know. He's the Attorney General, essentially.
At the moment, nobody. We haven't got a parliament, we haven't got a government, and we haven't got a king, because the Article 61 was invoked in 2001. So we haven't had a legitimate monarchy or a legitimate parliament since 40 days after, when the Queen at the time refused to repeal parliament because they were being treasonous. So we basically, because of the barons and Article 61, we haven't got a government at the moment, and we haven't had since 2001.
Well, all right. Let me explain. I should ask you a question, right? So, the fact, remember, the main thing is to realize that the people, because we can't say the people is the government. The rules of Parliament, meaning the establishment. If we check out what a parliament is,
they deal with the acts and statutes, right? Not necessarily the law, right?
Remember, the people is the law, because the people, we're descendants of sovereigns. We are sovereigns. We are the people. Just to show you the rules of Parliament, it's the people. Yeah, because the contract tells you those barons, those gentlemen, those nobles. The children of those are the said people that are on the land or that was removed and then returned. Yep. Said children. Due to the fact that, again, when Parliament was dissolved, when there wasn't a rightful sovereign and there were regionals, meaning people that look after the establishment until there is a true sovereign, they continued Parliament due to the Act of Parliament. Yeah, they made an Act of Parliament because Parliament, the family that established it, tells you that, again, for the right of the people, for the health of the people, Parliament has to continue. Yeah. So, and it has to continue for that reason, that it's supposed to look after us, the children, as sovereign, right? But we are the government. So the people them that governed, that is elected, for instance, that represent, because these are all foreign representatives, they're not like, for instance, me, you, that representing our family, like Reggie, that's representing his house.
That's another thing. Can I just interject that the word represent doesn't mean what you think it does? You know, when you represent somebody in court, the solicitor represent you. Well, represent means not present. So they're not presenting you, they're presenting the legal fiction. That's why they represent the legal fiction, because they're not representing the man. Or not presenting the man, sorry.
No, I understand the technical, but these things are established. These is that's what I'm saying. I understand the legal. So the establishment is the law, yeah, because it's established. The legality is telling you about how the regulation of the establishment is. That's what the legality is. But something that's established is law. So it doesn't matter how much. That's why you could go into the parliament, look at what's established, and you could. That's where the law is drawn for, because everything is pursuant to the law. You understand? So the establishment is. So because they're using it already, so wherever we say or what, it's being used. That's why there is an That's why there's a Representation of the People Act 1948. It's used based on a pursuant of the law, because as a family, someone has to be present. Like Reggie has to be present. Yeah. So because we are the children, right? And again, things has changed due to foreign again internals, because of foreign kings, because from Queen Anne, everyone that has been ruled has been foreigners. So remember, we was removed 1689 due to war. Yeah, so there were none of our represented family to be able to say no. This is not what it is. This is what it is. So that continued to this day. But we are the government mainly, because without us, there ain't no one. Why would anyone be in parliament? Who they're representing? There's nothing.
So when you're talking about like sovereigns, right? Sovereigns of the land, right?
Yeah.
Can you kind of brief me on like the jurisdiction you're talking about? Because my understanding is that being sovereign, you're taking responsibility essentially.
Yeah, it's family.
Exactly.
Just your family. As a family, you have ancestors. The ancestors has been here. They are, like I say, noblemen, barons, lords, all of these things.
Of course,
and
but
this is where we're from. We're from.
But when we go into Parliament, what jurisdiction are we in? Because are we in the UK jurisdiction, or are we in of the land, England itself? So when we say sovereign inhabitants, I'm thinking England. I'm thinking England on land, not on the sea, not lost at sea. And when we go into Parliament, I'm thinking, okay, we're not dealing with law, we're dealing with acts and statutes in Parliament.
No.
Parliament, what you need to understand is
Parliament for the reason. Look, the person that built Parliament is a king, King Edward. It's a palace. The Parliament that we're seeing now is a palace. They don't like the King's palace.
Yeah,
the people that's in the King's palace. Yeah, the King tells them the rules and they write it down. So the families of kings that was before, this is the law, it's the law. So they're writing down whatever the kings is saying. So that's why the laws before England established, it tells you that again the law of the crown, meaning the families, because again they're representing the crown, right?
Yeah, no, the monarch, the crown is the corporation. It's not the monarch.
Not the present crown. I know that. Remember, I told you.
Listen. Let me just.
Everything has been turned into a corporation. I'm not talking about the present crown. What you need to
realize. What you need to realize why the corporation is called the Crown Corporation is because the Rothschilds acquired one of the crowns. There's 3 royal crowns, you see, of the monarchs. And one of the crowns was acquired by the Rothschilds due to a debt of the Napoleonic Wars. They claimed the birthright on one of the crowns and called their corporation after the crown. See, the crown is not the monarchy. People get mixed up and when the police say, we work for the crown, they understand it as being the monarchy. But the crown and the monarchy are two different things.
No, 100%. All right. But I'm saying, before that corporation came in, there's the law of the Crown of England, meaning that before England was established, there were other kingdoms, where other kings. So that law is established for those children. That's
Common
why
law.
it tells you in the statute, the first statute of King Edward.
Is it common law?
Say it again?
Is it the common law? So we've got Magna Carta, and after that was the common law.
Yeah, based on how people understand what the common law is, because I swear a lot of people understand differently. So me, I know that the common law is anything that is done common. So for instance, say if you're a cook, then the common law of a cook is that every cook should know. The common law of the prince, every prince should know that.
Yeah.
That's how I know common law, right?
The common law is common sense.
Yeah.
No harm, no loss, no injury, no trespass,
Which basically the High Court. So we've got the administrative courts, right, and they deal with acts and statutes and policies, etc. So that's when the police can come for you and say you're breaking a policy, you're not driving right, etc., etc. The High Courts deal with like common law. They deal with that because that's where they actually set the law. No? So I'm just learning.
No, I understand. The House of Lords. The House of Lords, they set the law for the land. They tell you what the law is. The House of Lords. You get it? Yeah, because the House of Lords, they're following the king's laws, the previous laws, and the kings they're following the law of the land, meaning the law of the crown. So it's like it's a precedence. They're following president. They're following supremacy. Yeah. So like the laws that come so it's like every step. So that's why from King Edward, then there are other kings that came in, just like Septimius Severus, the greatest Roman emperor. Just like I'm saying, the Kingdom of Granada. These are other laws that is preside in England. You understand? Like these are things that established because everything has a genealogy, everything has a descendant, everything has an ancestry, and it tells you because the statue of the king is the law of its people, which cannot be removed. That's why it tells you. One of the statue of King Edward tells you that the law of the Crown of England it's the birthright of the children of the kings, and that it's forever. It's affirmed in the Assembly of Parliament forever. Yeah, this is the important part. So it's saying the children of the kings. All right. So and wherever they are born, if they're born beyond sea, wherever they are in the realm. So if we are removed, we could always we could always summon the act. We could always summon that law. We could always summon it. So this is what I made sure doing because we are again a part of the kings, of England. Because like I say, England is before England there was other kingdoms like Mercia, kingdoms like Wessex, kingdoms like Middlesex, kingdoms like Sussex. You understand? And there wasn't just one king. There were kings.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And so where are all those children? They didn't just all vanish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, the law tells you that these children, anytime they are lost at sea, every time they have been changed, they're able to summon that law. And this is what I put in Parliament as a petition, so we can recognize who we are, and they could recognize who we are, and that's all that we require. We don't really need to do all of the go to the individual because everything is already established in Parliament
So
for
what would
when we need to remember who we are.
so what would be the, obviously you're kickstarting this thing off. So what's the kind of like, what does the process kind of look like? Let's say for an individual. Well, I know it's a petition right now, but let's say they've recognised it. Now, what would be the process to have that, like, put into the court of record, or have it like recorded into whatever establishment it says in those laws? Like, what is the remedy? What would be the process of establishing that kind of remedy? So, say for example, it got recognised, and then what would you expect, that because it's established in law already?
Yeah.
What would be the process?
All right. So for instance, there's something called already a sovereign grant. There's already a sovereign grant because the same King Charles, they took it out. They used the same thing that I'm using, their same ancestors to be able to, the same law to be able to access that, because they have their funds. Like it's something, it's called reserve. So
Reserves.
there are things that's reserved for us. You understand? So it's already something that they use. So for us now, is that whatever we need, basically whatever you want, that's the remedy, because it's a sovereign grant. So whatever you need, whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. So whatever it is you want, because it's a grant. If you want back your estate, if you find that this is where the research come in about who you are now. So if you have a family that own estates in, like for instance, my family, they own estates in Wiltshire, in Dorset. So again, you'll be able to get back the estates that has belonged to your family. You know what I'm saying? The crown that belong, everything that sovereign own, as you can see, established, as you see what's in Parliament, and you can see that every year the presentation from the beginning till now, what they do, that's the same remedy, because it's sovereign.
Yeah,
So that's where we are. That's where we
where
are.
can we read up on that?
Just type in the sovereign. If you go to legislation.gov.uk, type in the because that's where all of the laws are. Type in sovereign grants, you'll see. Let me even post it in the chat for everyone, because like I say, it's just like I say, it's just to get everyone on the ball, get the rules in. Then we could spend as much years as possible getting to know who we are, But if we're not doing that, and they could always change the game. That's it.
That's really good to know. It's really, really good to know.
Yeah. We are here. Like, we're in the final hour, so there's something has to be done. I'm gonna type everything in the chat.
Do you have like documentation that you've done on it before? Because I would really like to research this and read up on it, and feedback information to let's say your team.
Right now, this is what's happening. Look at the date. Right now, this is the petition in Parliament. Look at the date. First of January. Right now, this is something that's happening right now.
I'm going on the site now.
Just message me and I'll send you the details.
Yeah.
I'll send you all the details, where to sign. We could read through. You could see, where everything is coming from. After the live.
Of course.
Because right now I'm gonna go in the gym. Because I wanted to make re-educate a moderator so it could hold the live for me. Until we get back. I
really support what you're doing, and if I can, I'm learning myself, but I think that if I do some research on this, maybe we can, I can help with processes,
That's exactly that's what again we need, as I need, again, people that once knowing what is being done, and help to enforce the processes, like, just because, like I say, we're doing something now. It's in there. Our people can the different way of their explaining what I'm doing. It could get to other people in a different way, because not everyone understands someone when they speak straight away. They might understand it from another person. So, like, the fact that we are where we're supposed to be, you know, because I made sure that this is where, if we want to do anything in peace, we have to establish from the top down, you know. That's how things work, from the top down, not from the bottom up, yeah. We
Yeah.
have to gain all the, that's why we come to earth, we come down to earth to establish, to build up. Nothing, we come in our body to work, to pick ourselves up and walk. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No,
This
I
is
hear
how
that.
the rules of the law of the land work. Everything
Yeah.
has been provided down to us. You
Yeah.
understand? So we could stand up to fight for what we need or to establish what we need. So
Yeah.
this is principle. These are principle things. I'm just trying to change the screen 1 second because I can't even see the.
While you're doing that, can I just say
Go on,
I've got
brother.
to get off at the moment. So if anyone wants any information or needs to get in touch with me, I've got Facebook groups. One's called Policed by Consent. The other one's called The Rule of Law. And I'm also got a YouTube channel called Police by Consent. And there's a lot of information you'll find on there if anyone wants to join on Facebook. So anyway, thanks for this, invite me on. This was great. This excellent live. And I hope to be part of it in the future. So I'll just say good night, good afternoon to everybody. And I'll speak to you again soon.
I
Take care, Reggie.
appreciate it, Reggie. I'll
Thank
follow
you,
you.
Reggie.
Yes, I'll
Thank you.
follow it. And again,
follow
I'm
you.
just
Yeah,
seeing all the
Police
updates.
by
Right?
Consent on Facebook and The Rule of Law on Facebook, and YouTube channel is Police by Consent as well. You can subscribe to that.
Okay. Yeah. You too.
Right. Thanks,
Okay, thank you.
everybody. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Okay,
Man.
all right. Let me just
So you,
add these things in the chat. Sometimes man, trying to put something in the chat, and yeah, some, like I say, when it comes to some things to be done, like there's a lot of restriction, man. Not gonna lie. When it's come, like there is, because that is, imagine that you don't, majority of these lives is not to get things done, it's to actually critique or talk about things that needs to get done. Understand?
yeah,
So that we could be constantly in a loop,
yeah,
constantly in a
that's
loop of just talking, because their psychology would then fit in that.
Yeah. It will evolve.
that's
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, the psychology, you know, the thought process around it, it will evolve instead of going round in circles and talking about the same thing. You know, it's
that's it.
it's the, you know, the doer part of things. You know.
And to be honest, it does actually feel like it's the year that this is like, this is it. This is like the feeling that it's the time. It's time now for this to be for us to start making action, making moves.
Yeah,
Trump's
absolutely.
trying to do something, isn't he? I can't remember exactly what he said now, but Trump's trying to. I don't know. I've got a video on my page about it. He's trying to do something with the rights of England to. I don't want to say it wrong. Like to make us a state of America, kind of. Not really. There's something going on right now with that.
Basically, like what Reggie was just saying about the UN. Basically, that's what that is. Because as you can see on the news, they've got everyone believing that you know, we've got immigrants coming over and all of this thing, but as they're just setting themselves up, that's all they're doing. It's not what people think, you know, that yeah, they're coming to take our job. Just means persecution.
I thought it meant just over broke.
Well, it probably means both of them, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. But yeah, it definitely means persecution
Persecution.
as
Wow.
well. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So when you realize, because everything's on the land, everything regenerates, right? So all that's happening is there's somebody that's in control of that. We don't run out of nothing. We don't run out of oil. We don't run out of energy. We don't run out of water. Everything regenerates. It's just all a lie. That's why that box, the TV, I don't even have one myself, but it's not worth even putting that into your psyche, into your subconscious, because you know, your conscious has got the answers already. That's how it has been for me. Because to be where I am now and to see the link up and the way it's going, it's all like it's been everything's been mapped out. That's what it feels like to me. So everyone that's in this is obviously here for a reason. Because like Lancelot was saying, there's look at the numbers in the live. It's small numbers because it's true. A lot of people like a bit of you know entertainment and drama, and sometimes them lives they can be a bit like that. Even though we're trying to get to a point where it's just like the recent lives that we've been in. What's the media? That's a good live because what that live will do is that will wake up the rest of those in Britain that don't know who they are, and it might, well, let's say the ones that are listening, because there's a lot that will hear but they won't do nothing about it. Do you know what I'm saying? So
But it's
yeah,
information that people haven't thought about before as well. It sets your brain off thinking again.
that's right. Because we, like Lancelot was saying, it's kind of like a cycle, innit? Like everyone's doing the same thing every year. We're going over talking over things, but then when you look at this subject here, it almost opens your path further. You realize where you have to go. You know, once you start looking into the laws and that, because people make out like there's nothing. You know, it's not real. But even Lancelot has some of the things on his page has opened my mind with how deep it is. So that's how now I fully understand what he's saying and what he means. Because like he said, the first crown that was created, it was created before the corporation. So therefore the law stands. It stands, and that's why they had to create the corporation, to sort of, because they know they couldn't change the law. They're not powerful enough to do that, you know. And to be honest, you know, the power that they do have, it's like given by the people, you know, because we're the ones that are sitting back and allowing everything. Like Lancelot was saying, we're not going in there and trying to be on the other benches and speaking up for ourselves. We're letting people speak up for us, and that's what mashes us up as people on the land, is that we let people deal with our affairs. Yeah.
Yeah, because if somebody takes something of yours and you do nothing about it, then that belongs to them now.
There
And if
you
you
go.
still don't do anything about it, it still belongs to them. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and you just become their, you just become their, like, you know, like their piece of screwed up paper, you know. They just chuck you in the bin. I mean, we've seen it. The way I see it, because I've got a big family, and a lot of my family since 2020 they passed away, man, and it made me think as well. I thought I don't want to do the same thing that the old previous generation before me has done. You know, like they may have not. I saw a lot of my family, they didn't get to come to this knowledge. You know, they passed away without knowing a lot of the things that are going on. So technically, they didn't really know what life was about. If you get what I'm saying.